Guys, Alex Leva back here again for another video, and today me and my friend Ben are driving out over an hour out of our way to see the movie La La Land. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun to film like a vlog type video, and we really wanted to see it before the end of the year. Like, this is one movie that I feel like I cannot make a top 10 movies of 2016 without having seen this movie. We were going to see the film Manchester by Sea as well, but he ended up getting stuck in my yard and literally, like, destroyed my lawn with his tires. But by the way, he owed me $300 for destroying the crap out of my yard. I've never been to this theater before. I hope it's not too expensive.
You're so tight you squeak when you walk.
I'm not that tight.
Yeah, you are. You gave a nickel to the March of Dimes.
Hey, Ben, I brought us candy. Rule number 1 of going to the theater: never buy anything besides your ticket, because the food is always outrageously expensive. Always bring your own snacks and drinks. That's what I always do. I brought some M&Ms.
You're gonna get banned from all AMCs. They're gonna be browsing through a bunch of videos. They're like, oh, this kid is saying that he brings snacks in, and the next time you go to AMC, they're gonna be like, sorry, we don't serve you. They'll pat you down. They'll be like, do you have any snacks? And shake you around and tip you on your head.
Well, like
give me all your snacks.
Like it's drugs.
Yeah, like it's drugs.
You have to
they'll bring the dogs in.
In about 10 years from now, they'll always have to pat you down before you walk into the theater. Up, sir, stop. We're gonna have to pat you down for snacks. I didn't bring that much cash with me today.
Ah, the legendary lost wallet of Alex Leva.
Oh, like there's dust on it, like I never use it. We took a wrong turn.
We did?
Well, you should have been paying attention to the map.
How am I supposed to look at the map when I'm driving? Not to mention, it's hard to look at the map on your phone when you're recording.
Ah, that makes sense. And so, yeah, like I said, we're going to see La La Land, considered one of the best movies of the year. I've been anticipating this movie for a while because I'm a huge fan of the director, Damien Chazelle. He has written Grand Piano, which is one of my favorite thrillers of recent years. He has wrote 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is one of my favorite thrillers of recent years as well. And also Whiplash, one of the best freaking movies ever. He's one of my favorite filmmakers in Hollywood working today. All of his movies are great. And the thing with Damien Chazelle is he has a great understanding of music. All of his films are like, well, besides 10 Cloverfield Lane, which he co-wrote, are music-based. You know, obviously Whiplash, and, you know, La La Land's a musical. Then Grand Piano is about a pianist who had to play a concert, and like if he got one wrong note, then freaking John Cusack was gonna snipe him from up in the halls.
I'm looking forward to see Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling make out.
Is that the only reason you're seeing the movie? So many people are you know, saying this movie's a masterpiece. Like my friend Movies for Miles on here. La La Land turned out to be his second favorite film of all time. But yeah, musicals, not really my thing. If I had to pick a least favorite genre, it would either be musicals or western. I really hope we're not late, because the movie starts literally right now, and it says that we have 12 minutes to get there. Hope we don't miss the opening scene.
Let's go. With its yards of any public place where children are.
What?
500 yards.
You're saying I'm supposed to be 500 yards away from the children? Oh my god, what's this? Sorry. Okay guys, we are currently in line. The line is outrageously long, and I guarantee we're gonna miss at least the first 20 minutes of the movie. Oh no, forgot my wallet in the car. I'm just kidding. Okay guys, we just got out of seeing La La Land. It was surprisingly a pretty packed theater. I'm surprised at how many people there were. There were a lot of old people in there, which kind of surprised me. What are your initial thoughts on La La Land?
I really like this movie. I think it was great. I'm still trying to process the ending and what I think of it, but it had great character development. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling worked so well together.
Some of the best character chemistry of the year. I'd say, like, by far.
The movie looked great, like from a scenery and cinematic standpoint.
Everything about the film technologically was just absolutely incredible. The cinematography, the editing. I thought it was cool how, like, there were a lot of, like, transitions in the movie, like cross dissolves and closing circles and stuff like that. This movie kind of feels like, you know, sort of like an older film, even though it takes place, you know, in the, you know, modern day. It sort of had like the vibe of an older film.
It had like a 1940s and 50s vibe, but it was also wrapped with modern day. Honestly, if you take the phones and the cars out, it was a lot more 1940s than modern day. Not to mention the movie was about jazz, which was really spiked in the 40s. Well, the 20s, but the 40s, it kind of reached its peak, and then the 60s started rock and roll. So,
and also J.K. Simmons is in this movie for like about a minute or so. Now this isn't spoiling anything. There's a scene where Ryan Gosling was playing the piano. J.K. Simmons looks at him and he was like, and then I turned to Ben and I'm like, not quite my tempo. And then you didn't laugh.
Because I couldn't hear you. It was dark.
How does that have anything to do with hearing?
Just go away.
Just go away?
Yeah.
I can't exactly go away in this truck. The score and just everything to do with that was just incredibly done, because Damien Chazelle really understands music, and especially jazz music. He understands how to use music in movies, and that really, you know, shows in this movie. I would say that this is probably my favorite musical of all time, well, besides The Wizard of Oz, which isn't saying anything, because, you know, like I said, one of my least favorite genres, and I haven't really seen that many musicals, so overall I thought this was a great movie. I really, really liked this movie. Like I said, everything about it was just so well done, and so I'm gonna have to give La La Land an A, which translates to 4.5 stars out of 5. Ben, what do you give it?
Give it an A.
You give it an A as well?
Yeah.
Sweet.
The ending is actually, it's very profound.
So yeah, guys, great movie. Go watch it.
Alex!
What? How'd you get in? Oh, God.
For me to know and you to never find out.
Don't ever do that to me again. Turn this off. I'm not using that footage. I decided to do a part 2 to this video because we were going to see the movie Manchester by Sea yesterday when we drove like almost an hour and a half out of our way to see La La Land, but we decided to see it today because we had nothing better to do today, and yeah, and I thought, why not just combine the two videos together? So there's a part 1 and a part 2. So yeah, we're going to see Manchester by Sea. I don't really know hardly anything about this movie. I heard good things about it.
I've thought about La La Land. I think it's better than I thought originally. It just affected me so much. It wasn't completely like aesthetically satisfactory, but it felt finished and well done, and I think it's an A+ movie actually.
Just the way I like it. Ben, look at this. They literally have a bar in the movie theater. Do you know what? I forgot snacks this time, so I'm gonna get me a Slurpee. Always fill it to the highest you possibly can. Ben, silence your phone. Turn off your phone. Oh yeah,
you've got your phone on right now. You're videoing me. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay guys, we just got out of the movie Manchester by the Sea. And I have to say, I love this movie. It is one of my favorite films of the year. It will definitely make my top 10 and maybe even my top 5 films of the year. Ben, what are your initial thoughts on the movie?
It's a great film.
If you don't know what this film is about, it's about Casey Affleck plays a guy, you know, who, you know, he's kind of a depressed guy, you know, nothing really excites him. Casey Affleck really played his character very, very well. His performance is definitely one of my favorite performances of the year. He gives a very subdued performance, and I think that's really the main word I'm going to use to describe this movie is subdued. A very, quiet, subdued movie. And basically, his brother dies. That's not spoiling anything. That happens in the first, 15 minutes or so. The whole movie is told within two storylines. One is from years ago, and one is in the present. How the film tells a story is pretty unconventional, how we just randomly cut to the past, and I really like that aspect of the movie. The film respects its viewers. It doesn't say oh, whatever, 10 years earlier, or whatever. This is one of those films that doesn't treat its viewers like they're a bunch of idiots, and I respect that.
This movie really explored deep into the characters. The movie was a character study.
Yeah, it was really a character piece, and it was a great character piece, a great look into these people's lives. Everything was just so, realistic. I didn't feel like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was watching real people and not actors, on screen.
I agree.
It was that good. Everything just felt so real. Like I said, the performances in this movie are amazingly realistic. The kid in this movie, great performance, really good acting by him. And just overall, I thought it was a great movie. Definitely one of my top 10 or maybe top 5 movies of the year. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a great drama. Everything about it felt so realistic. I really liked the editing choices, and yeah, just a great character piece. I strongly recommend you check out Manchester by the Sea, and I'm going to give this film an A-. What would you give it?
An A.
An A? Cool. Okay, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Down below in the comments, tell me what you thought of this video, and tell me what you thought of the movies La La Land and Manchester by Sea. And follow me on Instagram. The link to that will be down in the description below, as well as my Snapchat name and my Twitter name. Ben has a YouTube channel as well called BB Dog Reviews, and link to his channel will be down in the description below as well. Definitely give him a sub.
Please.
Alright, guys, I'll see you later.